and welcome back to another episode of the Fit and Flourishing podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you find this video to be helpful. If you're listening, thank you. And if you find this helpful, please leave a 5-star review. Today's topic is how to win your weekend. One of the biggest issues that my clients come into is learning how to diet or stay on plan through the weekend. Because what happens is there's a lot of parties, there's your friends going out, there's events, and you just go like, well, what am I supposed to order when I eat out? And what am I supposed to drink? And what are some alternatives? And when am I supposed to get my workout in? And so today I'm going to be giving you my weekend tips and how I stay on track during the weekend. And I want you to know that in general, I do not do cheat meals. I do not believe in cheat meals. I do not believe in that for my clients, and I don't believe in it for myself. So what that means is 80% of the time I'm nourishing my body with whole nutrient-dense foods, and 20% of the time I'm enjoying it. Like, you better believe there are some Reese's peanut butter cups. Actually, they're not Reese's. They're like Trader Joe's brand, but they're in my, my pantry. And that's because I believe that a sustainable fitness plan does have some kind of balance and harmony, because the truth of the matter is that we are human beings and we have cravings, and the more you demonize those cravings, the harder it is to say no to them. So let's get right into it for my tips for the weekend. So number one is drinking plenty of water and staying hydrated. When we're at work or, during the week, we have kind of a schedule and we have water bottles that we're constantly drinking either at work or wherever, whatever we're doing around the house, right? And it's very easy to stay hydrated during the week. But on the weekend, when things are a bit irregular, maybe you wake up later, maybe you go out to brunch, it's difficult to stay hydrated. And when you're not hydrated, it can be really difficult to listen to your hunger cues. It can be you start to feel lethargic. So then you're like, oh, let me go eat something. And you sometimes tend to grab like caffeine or coffee drinks. So this is like me. I'm like a big latte person or, a Pete's Starbucks kind of person. And when you do that, you end up drinking your calories, and nothing wrong with that. Like, I love a tall latte with some almond milk and a pump of caramel. That's like my go-to drink. But if you're someone who's really tying things down, that can be detrimental for you. Not to mention, just part of your health journey is staying hydrated. When you are not hydrated, you don't have energy. So either you grab caffeine or you grab food. And we don't want to put ourselves in a position where we're grabbing food, right? So number 2, ask a friend to keep you accountable on the weekend. There's no shame in this. I'm a huge believer and firm supporter of having people to hold you accountable. That's why I'm a coach, because I will harass you on the weekend and make sure that you're on track, and so lovingly support you on that, because on the weekends it's easy to hide. But having someone to say, hey, let's get our workout in. Let's go for a walk first can be really, really helpful and beneficial on your fitness journey. Number 3, schedule your workout and schedule it early. Because of the nature of weekends, like, we tend to do things irregularly. Like, pretending that I'm going to get my workout in later it's a recipe for disaster. It's like that meme that says the worst thing you can do is say, I'll get gas in the morning. Absolutely. You're not going to do it. I mean, maybe you have some extraterrestrial levels of discipline, but I do not. So I do not bank on my willpower like that. What I do is I schedule it early and I plan for that. My clients know this as well, that I am someone who's like, okay, I'm not going to work out after work. I promise you. So I make sure I get some form of exercise done early in the morning, whether that's walking my dog, going to the gym, or doing a weight training workout at home, or doing one of the exercises from my app, which you guys will be able to download. I'll give you guys a link for that. I do those at home, and just to make sure that I get my movement in before I start my day, because on the weekend things kind of go out of control and it's hard to get things in on time. Number 4, please keep shopping the way you normally do during the week. One of the hardest things that clients find is, oh, it's the weekend, you know, that cheat meal mentality, as I mentioned before. So you're now shopping on the inside of the aisles, which is where all of the processed food is and all of the sugary treats are. And as I said, 20% of the time you should nourish your soul with some fun foods, but continue to treat the weekend like it's still Monday. Treat it like it's Monday, right? And because we have the 80-20 rule in my coaching group, that means that this doesn't mean that you can't have something. Like if you want pancakes for breakfast during the week, you can have them. You can. So still treating the weekend like it's Monday is a huge, huge tip. And not thinking of the weekend as this time where you've earned something. You are not a dog. You don't need a treat. And keep your meals healthy throughout the day. If there's a party or fun food at an event, enjoy it. There's a rule, like if my client tells me that they've eaten something that they're like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I'm like, was it good? Because I'm really upset with you if it was not good and you wasted your calories. Because one thing we don't do is eat nasty food. Like I have a huge pet peeve, you guys, when people just eat to eat. I'm like, do not waste calories. Like crumble cookies, I'll eat the whole thing. Do not talk to me about the calories in those things. I do not care, right? Or cream, the ice cream sandwiches, eat the whole thing because it's good. But do not eat somebody's nasty fruitcake just because it's at a party. That's one thing we're not doing. We're just not doing that. And it teaches you to like not feel shame around the food that you eat and also to be selective. Like, no, I'm going to choose. I'm not just eating out of control, because that's the thing that happens too, is on the weekends, it's like, oh, well, I couldn't eat this during the week, so now I have to eat it. It's like, no, baby, that was nasty. That chicken is dry. Please go for the pulled pork that is delicious, or whatever, you know, whatever it is that at the party. So keep acting like the weekend is the weekend. Shop the same way, eat the same. The weekend is the weekday. All right. And last but not least, make healthy substitutes. My husband and I love going out to dinner. We love trying new restaurants, and we're really good about minimizing the effects, because it's not that the food is bad. They often cook foods in really, really toxic oils. Like they use canola oil for a lot of things. And there's just a lot of filler ingredients in food when you eat out because it has to taste good, right? So one thing that I like to do is I almost always get a salad with protein and sweet potato fries. It's like my favorite thing to order. I order a burger, and if I feel like eating the fries, I will, or I won't eat the fries. It all depends on my levels of satiety. If you're really, really wanting to stay on track, I would say order something similar to what you would make at home. So if you would make salmon and rice and veggies, then order that out. If you would make some chicken breasts with, chicken lettuce wraps with a little bit of rice or some potatoes on the side, order that. So ordering things that are very similar to what you would already make is helpful, because you also don't feel that weird guilt. But then I want you to know too that like you can make it fit. So if you have, let's say you have 2,000 calories for the whole day, you can budget for like 2 slices of pizza or even 3. Your meals will have to be a little bit smaller during the day. You're not going to starve yourself, but you'll still, because you'll have to get your protein in still. But being okay to budget in some of those fun meals, that's really, really important, you guys. Honestly, for staying on track, being able to budget is really, really important. Meaning, okay, if I want pizza tonight, then I have to eat mindfully throughout the day. And you also just feel less guilty because you know that you weren't gorging yourself. Because you guys, I'm like all for like moderation and all that other stuff. But the reality is that sometimes we promote a culture of gorging ourselves in the name of moderation. And it's like, stop. That's not reality. So I want you to really just think about budgeting your protein and your carbs and your fats and going, okay, I'm going to have really healthy meals throughout the day and then enjoy this pizza. And last but not least, you guys, if you screw up on the weekend, welcome to being human. I think this idea that you have to be absolutely perfect is detrimental. You're a human. I'm a human. Everyone falls off track. The most important thing is that you get back on track the next day. All right. So those are my tips for how to win the weekend and maintain your weight loss. If you enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to like it and leave a comment, even so in the Apple Store. And if you're on YouTube, again, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you think more people need to see this content. All right, you guys, it was a pleasure being with you today, and I'll see you in the next one.